Hello student, myself is Dr. S.A. Khairnar, Associate Professor from the Botany Department of MEP Samaj, SVKT College, Deolali Camp. As you know, in the continuous series of videos, we are studying the studies of different families. Till today, in the earlier videos, we studied some of the families of Polypetalae and some of the families of Gammopetalae. During the last video, we were studied the one of the Gammopetalous family named as a Solanaceae. Solanaceae is one of the family in which the calyx calyx are remain persistent and accrescent, corolla rotate, campanulate, infundibuliform and plated. So this was about our last family, and today's our session agenda is, today we will going to studying the next family from the Gammopetalae. The name of the today's family is study of family Apocynaceae. In the today's agenda, what points we are going to cover? The first point we are going to cover, that is a systematic position as per the Bentham and Hooker system of plant classification about the family Apocynaceae. Then in the next point we have to see or get understood the salient feature of the plants of family Apocynaceae. Then we also want to form or get understand the floral formula of the family Apocynaceae, as well as we also want to observe and draw the floral diagram of family Apocynaceae. Then lastly, we have to see about the economic importance of the family Apocynaceae with respect to some of the representative plants belongs in the family Apocynaceae, and what are their economic importance, or what is a status of family Apocynaceae with concern to economic importance. The learning objectives of today's video are to know the systematic position of the family Apocynaceae, means we have to get understood that according to system of Bentham and Hooker classification, where this system is classified, so that we have to came to understand through the studying the systematic position. And also we want to learn the salient features or characteristic features of the plants belongs to this particular family. We also has to learn floral formula, floral diagram, and we also has to see the economic importance of this particular family. In the introduction, I will show you some images of this particular family. You can see I have displayed some images that are very commonly aware. You are very commonly aware with all these images. The first image is a image of Vinca rosea or Catharanthus roseus. Commonly this plant is called as a Sadafuli plant. Second image is a image of the Chafa plant that is in the blooming condition. So these two plants belongs to this particular family are ornamental plants. That's why this family can be identified or recognized as a family of ornamental plants, because this family includes the many such ornamentally useful plant. Also you can see the third image, that is a image of wild fruit plant commonly called as a Karvand. The botanical name of this plant is Carissa carandas, and this is a wild edible fruit plant, belongs to this family. The tribal people can use the fruits for eating purpose during the scarcity of food period, and that's why we can also recognize this family as a family of giving the some wild fruit plants. In the last image you can see the one of the medicinally important plant commonly identified or recognized as a Sarpagandha. This plant may also occurs widely in the forest of Western Ghat, and this is medicinally important plant. This plant gives the medicine that is useful on the snake bite, and that's why the common name of this plant is given as a Sarpagandha. So in this way, this is what about the introduction of family Apocynaceae, which gives ornamental wild fruit plant as well as most of the medicinal plants. Now we will see the systematic position of this particular family according to Bentham and Hooker system of plant classification. In this systematic position, Bentham and Hooker categorize this family in the division phanerogams, because the plants are seed bearing, and that's why they come under the phanerogams. Subdivision angiosperms, because the flowering seed bearing plants possesses the vessels in their wood, and that's why they are kept in the subdivision angiosperms. Class Dicotyledon means the plant possesses the plants of this family possesses the leaves with reticulate venation. There are two cotyledons in the seed, and also the roots are of taproot type, and that's why these are the reasons to keep this plant under the class Dicotyledon. Then subclass Gamopetalae. The word itself indicates the nature of Gamopetalae, that is what contains the gamopetalous or united corolla, and that's why the subclass of this particular family is Gamopetalae. Series Bicarpellate means there are two carpels in the gynoecium, and order Gentianales means the plants with simple apposite or whorl leaves, and they are with a white milky latex. Then family Apocynaceae, because the plants belongs to this family possesses the simple apposite whorl leaves with a entire margin. Gynoecium is bicarpellaris in corpus and superior in nature. So because of these reasons we can identify this particular family as a family Apocynaceae. Then we have to learn some of the salient features of the plants belongs to this family. These salient features are some typical features that occurs only in the plants of this particular family, and by studying this salient feature we will came to know to identify the plants of this particular family, or we will able to recognize the plants of this particular family. In the salient feature, the first feature we will see the plant belongs to this family may be perennial or annual. They are mostly herbs, shrubs or climber in habit, and usually they are with a milky latex. They may show the presence of milky latex. In the second salient feature is the stem is aerial, erect, may be branched, cylindrical, solid with distinct nodes and internodes. Then the leaves are simple, exstipulate, they are apposite or whorl, mostly sessile or subsessile, and they are having the entire margin. Then the inflorescence may be raceme or cymose, extra axillary cyme or polycaseal kind of cymose inflorescence occur in this particular family. Then the flowers of the plants of this family are mostly actinomorphic, means you will get the two equal half from any side of cutting the flower. Bisexual means they possesses the both kinds of reproductive structure, androecium as well as gynoeciums. Gynoecium is present in a same flower. The flower is pentamerous because there are presence of 4 sepals, 4 petals, and pentamerous means there are presence of 5 sepals, 5 petals, and that's why the flower is pentamerous. Calyx in the flower is polysepalous or gamosepalous. They are persistent. Corolla is gamopetalous. Corolla is 5-lobed, campanulate or funnel shaped or star shaped. Mostly the petal shows valvate or twisted kind of estivation. In the flower there are 5 stamens. These stamens are intros in nature and they are epipetalous. And the another important feature in the stamen, that is the stamen possesses the sagittate anther lobes. Sagittate anther lobe means the anther lobes are of arrow shape, and that's why such shape of the anther lobe in the botanical terms identified as a sagittate anther. Then the carpels are 2 in the flower that are united or syncarpous with a superior ovary. that superior bicarpellary syncarpous ovary produces the follicle or berry kind of fruit. And the important character also present in the seeds is that the seeds are with a crown of hairs. At the end of seed, there are tufts of hairs are present, and that tufts of hair function as a umbrella for the dispersal of seed. So that is a adaptation for dispersal mechanism. So in this way, these are the some of the salient feature of this particular family's plant. Now we will go and see the floral formula, floral diagram, and also we will study the one of the representative example of this family. You can see the image. In the image, the one of the representative example is highlighted. The plant commonly called as a Vinca rosea or Sadafuli. This is a image of that particular plant. In the first diagram, you can see the yellows of flower. The yellows of flower shows presence of calyx, then corolla, then gynoecium and androecium. You can see the corolla seems to be gamosepalous, slightly gamosepalous, and then the calyx seems to be slightly gamosepalous and corolla is gamopetalous. There are 5 petals are there in the corolla, and the stamens are with a very short filament you will see there, and their anther lobe is sagittate shape. You can also see the stamens are seen attached to the petal lobes, and that's why they showing the epipetalous condition. In the yellows of flower, you can see ovary, you can also see the style, stigma, epipetalous stamens and corolla. The second diagram on the image is a separate or isolated gynoecium. That gynoecium showing the stigma at the tip, and there is a joining structure or joining stalk that is called as a style. That style joins the stigma with a ovary, and you can also see at the base there is a swollen structure that is a ovary. The ovary is hypogynous in nature or superior in nature, and at the base around the ovary or along the side of gynoecium you will see the 2 nectaries, and that nectaries are identified as a scale nectary or scaly nectary. You can see the CS of ovary is also there. That CS showing the along the 2 side there are 2 scale nectary. There are 2 carpels that are united, and ovules are present on the axial placentation. Sometime you may also see the apocarpous nature of the gynoecium, but their stigma is found united. The gynoecium are remain free at the basal portion, but their style and stigma are united. You can also see the pair of follicle kind of fruit. There are 2 fruits are produced in the form of pair from the each carpel that are the representative of the 2 carpels. Then you can also see the seeds. At the tip of seeds you may also see the tufts of hair. Then we have to see what is a floral formula of this particular family or this particular representative plant of this family. You can see in the floral formula the flower is ebracteate, actinomorphic means the flower is symmetrical, then bisexual in nature. In the calyx you will find the 5 sepals that are gamosepalous in nature. In the corolla you will find the 5 petals that are gamopetalous in nature. In the stamen, in the androecium you will find the 5 stamens that are epipetalous, means remain attached to the petal lobes, and gynoecium is bicarpellary, syncarpous, superior in nature. So syncarpous in the way that only the apical portion is remain united, but lower portion of the carpels are remain free. So partly syncarpous condition and partly apocarpous condition you will see in the members of the plants of this particular family. This is what about the floral formula of this particular family. Now we will see the next diagram on this particular image. The next diagram showing us the floral diagram of the plant of particular family or representative plant of this family. When you will observe the floral diagram, the outermost whorl showing the 5 sepals that are united means gamosepalous condition is there and they are valvate in nature. In the second whorl of the floral diagram, you will see 5 petals are there. Then these petals are also united with one another. So, gamopetalous condition is reflected in the floral diagram. And you can see there is a twisted estivation, means one end of each petal is overlapped by the end of the another petal, and that is why the corolla got the twisted appearance, and that is what the twisted estivation is found in the flower of this particular family. Next to corolla, there are 5 stamens are there. You can see the 5 stamens are shown in the diagram and they are shown attached to the petal lobe. So, that is what a epipetalous condition is reflected. So, stamens 5, intros means their filaments are very short. So, that is why they remain inside the flower. They cannot come out and we cannot see externally without dissecting the flower, and that is why the stamens are intros in nature, intros and epipetalous in nature, and they also shows the sagittate or arrow head shape anther lobes. Centrally there is a bicarpellary syncarpous, either syncarpous or apocarpous gynoecium is there. 2 carpels we are seen there, and along the side of 2 carpels there are 2 scale nectaries. Each carpel is showing the ovules are present on the axial placentation. At the top of the floral diagram there is a mother axis. That mother axis indicates the point of origin of the flowers or point of origin emergence of the flower, and because of the absence of bracts, the flower is remain ebracteate. So, this is what about the floral diagram, floral formula, and study of the one of the representative plant of this particular family. Now, we will go to the next point of our study. The next point is we have to get understood the economic importance with concern to some of the examples belongs to this particular family. How this family is found economically important, that we have to get understood by studying the some common examples or some common representative plants of this particular family. In the economic importance, the first plant is reflected on the screen, that is a Carica carandaz. Commonly this plant is called as a Karvanda plant. In the most of the deciduous forest areas, this plant is found widely grown, and during the season early summer, this plant produces the flowers and bears a fruit. That fruits are after ripening as well as before ripening, that fruits are very useful for the tribal peoples. The pickle is prepared from the unripe fruit, and the ripe fruits are used for eating purpose. They are wild edible kinds of food. So, this is what one of the wild edible plant of this particular family. Through this plant, the tribal people can also get some money by collecting the fruits, and they can sell the fruits in the local market. So, through that they can get some money for themselves. The another plant is a Nerium indicum plant. This is a one of the ornamental plant. Commonly this plant is called as a Nerium plant. This plant possesses the simple opposite leaves, and it possesses the different colors of the attractive flower. Nowadays you may have the lot of variants of this plant. that may be variants of red color flower, pink color flower, white color flower, and because of their flower beauty, this plant is used to plant in the garden, and that's why this is a one of the important ornamental plant belongs to this particular family. The another plant that is a Catharanthus roseus. Commonly this plant is identified as a Sadafuli plant because throughout the year this plant possesses the flower, or throughout the year you will see this plant in a flowering condition, and that's why this is named as a Sadafuli. Here also there are lot of variants you will see in this particular plant. The variants of yellow color, variants of pink color, red color, and variants of white color Sadafuli you will see. And this is also a one of the ornamental small size shrubs used to plant to make a flower bed in the gardens. So this is also a common ornamental plant belongs to common and popular ornamental plant belongs to this particular family. The next plant is also a ornamental plant, and botanical name is Plumeria alba. Locally this plant is identified as a Chafa plant. This plant possesses the fragrant flower. You will also get the variants in their flower colors. There are white color, golden color, and red color variants are available. This is also a one of the important ornamental small size tree. Nowadays this plant is very popular for the plantation purpose, and because of their fragrant flower. Then the last plant that is also a ornamental plant, that is a climber, perennial climber belongs to this family. This name of this climber is Alamanda cathartica. It also has the two color variants, yellow color and pink color variant is there. So this climber is also cultivated as a ornamentally because of their attractive or showy flower. So these are what the some of the ornamental plant and wild edible plant. But this family also possesses the many plants that are having the medicinal importance. So I will just mention you the one of the medicinally important plant, and the name of that medicinally important plant is Rauwolfia serpentina. Commonly this plant is identified as a Sarpagandha plant. In the forest of Western Ghat, this particular plant is found growing widely, and this plant gives the medicine, and that medicine is useful on a snake bite, and that's why this plant has given the name Rauwolfia serpentina and commonly identified or recognized as a Sarpagandha plant. So this is what about the economic importance by considering the some of the representative plants. But there are many more plants belongs to this family. Most of them are ornamental and most of them are medicinally very important. Now we will just summarize our study in this particular slide. What are the salient features, or what is a summary of our study? As I already mentioned you that the plants belongs to this family are mostly herbs, shrubs, small size tree or climber. They may be annual or perennial. Mostly they are perennial in nature. They possesses the simple opposite or whorl X-stipulate leaves. Flowers pentamerous, hypogynous in nature. Calyx polysepalous or gamosepalous, but they are valvate. Then corolla gamopetalous may be twisted in appearance. Then stamens epipetalous, anther sagittate, ori superior in nature, and with a two scale nectary along the side of ori. The fruit is pair of follicle or berry kind. Some of the plant possesses the pair of follicle kind fruit and some possesses the berry kind fruit. The seeds with a crown of hairs on their tip, and that is what one of the dispersal mechanism that group of hairs behave like a umbrella to carry the seed from one place to another place, and in this way the seeds are get dispersed in the nature. So these are what about the summary of this particular family. Now we have to see what will be the assignment on this particular family. As we study the family, and now we have to see about the expected questions on this particular family. The expected questions may be like a stamen of Apocynaceae. As I said you that the stamens of Apocynaceae are introsed, they may be have short filament, and their anther lobes are sagittate in nature. So this thing you have to mention in the answer. Then second is give systematic position of Apocynaceae with reasons, that we have already studied at the beginning of this video. You have to mention the systematic position according to Bentham and Hooker, and with reasons. Then the next expected question is give distinguishing character of this family Apocynaceae. You have to give the any 5 distinguishing character of this particular family as an answer of this question. Then lastly, give any 2 examples and their economic importance of the family Apocynaceae. You have to give the names of botanical names of any 2 plant. For example, you can give the name like a Vinca rosea or Catharanthus roseus, commonly called as a Sadafuli, useful as a ornamentals, also useful as a medicine. The Vinca rosea gives the medicine on the cancer disease. So you like this you can mention about the 2 plants, that is what in the question asked. Now this is what we learn about the family Apocynaceae in the today's video. In the precap, what we will going to learn in the next video, that I will just highlight you. In the next video we will see the one of the family name as a Nyctaginaceae. So this family is not polypetally, not gamopetally, but this is a family of apetally or monoclamidae, and this particular family possesses the single whorl, and that single whorl we may called as a perianth. That perianth possesses the tepals. This family flower do not contains the calyx and corolla. This is what a important thing you have to note about this coming study of the family. This is a family of series Curvembri, because the embryo in the seed is curved, and that's why the series of this family is Curvembri. So this is what about the precap of the coming family that we will going to studying in the next video. Thank you.